The Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA, has expressed worry about the stalled process that has delayed the expected land reforms in the country. According to the Executive Secretary of the association, Samuel Amagaibo, the collaboration between government and industry players on how to mitigate land issues that have bedeviled the country has failed to produce any action plan. He is, however, hopeful that government in its second term will be committed to bringing finality to all land-related issues.
Any issues with land registration. So we suggested to him, for example, that chiefs and families that have big lands that have not registered them because of the cost involved should, for example, have some rapport with the government, and the government should be able to assist them register by offering to register the land for them for free, not free as in free, but free as in paying cash for it, but then the family can give a percentage of the land as payment to government. So the government in turn will sell that land to private developers, and then you would have cured two problems. Help the family to register land to mitigate the numerous litigation we have on land, and at the same time, government secures land for affordable housing project, and the private sector can come in and buy and be assured that the land is, encumbrance-free and it is legitimately owned by whoever has it because of registration. And then we also gave a proposal to the government for a supply of affordable housing. And I was very much happy to hear the president say that, oh, GREDA, a whole GREDA, you came to me to supply 5,000 affordable housing. That is not adequate, and that he challenged us to rather provide 20,000 affordable housing every year. So we went back, to the drawing board, and then came back with a response to the president's requests. And then I think we discussed about this land guard issues and all. It was very frank, and he was happy to have met with us. So we came back with a response to his request, reviewed our proposal, and submitted. Unfortunately, that response was not immediately responded to as we expected, based on the zeal and enthusiasm that we had that meeting with him. I'm not too sure what it was, but it took a long time, and then late last year, then we finally got a response that the matter has been minuted to the sector minister. And so we were engaged at the ministry, and we began discussions. And I'm happy to say that that discussion led to actually signing an MOU. And so we have gotten to that point of signing an MOU, and we hope that his new term, as early as possible, will offer us a grounding on which to build on. And so we are not going to go back to the old processes of going back and forth, but we've gotten to a point where an MOU has been signed, and we can build on that agreement that has been signed.
Let's talk about the land issues or reforms. I mean, what's the current state now?
That particular aspect, that meeting was also involved with the minister, was actually called in to also be part of the meeting, including the chief of staff and the secretary. And I remember the president at that time told the secretary and the minister to ensure that this proposal are passed on to the appropriate government agencies. So for the land, for example, we're expecting a discussion between us and maybe the land commission or something, but that didn't happen. But we took our own initiative to try and engage certain, sector ministry, like the Ministry of Lands. We met with them. We met the Attorney General. We met even the Defense Minister, where we brought all some of these issues which has something to do with land guard issue and legal issues and all that. So we did that on our own, but the direct specific action plan from the government side, we didn't get it. But because of what we did on our own, we want to believe that with Nana coming back into office, we want to build on whatever we have done in the past. And so I believe there is some pedestal on which we are going to stand to move all those issues much